Have you ever wanted to play chess just for fun or make it as your hobby but don't know the basics of chess? Well, today we are going to teach you the basic rules of the chess pieces and how they are played. Neyra Community College presents How Do I, the show that teaches you new and exciting things every day. And now join your host, Camille.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of How Do I. Today we will be teaching you the basics of chess pieces and where to place them on the board and how the pieces move on the board. In order for you to play chess, you first need to understand the pieces and you need to have the right in front of you and use them to your advantage. On this show, we will teach you 2 steps on learning the chess pieces. The first step will be the learning the chess pieces itself and where it's placed on the board, and the last step is to know how the pieces move. Let's look at the first step. The first piece is a king. The king will be placed in the 5th square on the first row. Next is a queen. The queen is placed on the left side of the king. Next is the bishops. The 2 bishops are next to the king and queen. Up next are the knights. They will be placed next to the bishops. Next is the rooks. The rooks are placed last on each side of the board. And lastly are the pawns. All 8 pawns are to be placed in the next row to each other in a line like so. Now that you know where all the pieces are placed on the board, let's look at how the pieces move. First, the king. The king can only move on 1 square at a time at any direction. Next is the queen. The queen can move at any direction on the board. There is no limitation. Up next is the bishops. The bishops can only move diagonally front and back at its order color. Then the knights. The knights move at an L shape, counting 3 spaces up and down, and then 1 step to the left or right, depending on where it is. Then the rooks. The rooks move from left to right or up and down at any space. Lastly is the pawns. They can move at the beginning 2 spaces or 1 if you choose, and 1 space each turn and cannot move back. They can only eat the opponent diagonally, not in front, if the opponent is in front of them. Today, we learned the basics of chess pieces and how they move. You can now start playing chess with friends or family. Have a great day. Thank you. And goodbye.
You have just watched How Do I. This has been a Neyra Community College student production.
Yeah, there's still a couple of mistakes. There's one word.